you want to own a house, call the People's Agent now. Dominic F. Find the price to land the deal. Hey. Dominic F. The People's Agent. All the People's Agent.
Boom! What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? This is Dominic Epps, the People's Agent. Yeah, I get it. I know it's 9:38, but I am here to give y'all some amazing info because this is your year 2024. This is your year to be a homeowner, a property owner, to be a landlord, to be all of the above, right? And it's my job, my calling to give you the information that you need so that you can accomplish that goal. So do me a favor, tag a friend, family, let them know I am live right now. And I'm going to give y'all some great information. So please let them know, watch this video, tell them you should be watching it live too, because I want to be able to answer some questions because I can see your comments. So I want to be able to answer some questions. But we're going to go into this thing. So let them know I'm on, and I'll be right back in like 10 seconds. Let's go.
If you want to own a house, call the People's Agent now. Dominic F. Find the price to land the deal. Hey. Dominic F. The People's Agent. All the People's Agent.
All right. So let's get right into this thing, right? Now, when it comes to home ownership, let's go ahead and clear the air because some people have this. There's a myth that you have to have a perfect credit score to be a property owner. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and put in the chat what credit score requirement is needed in order to qualify to purchase a home. Put them in the chat. Let me know what credit score requirement is needed in order to purchase a home. What do you think? I'm curious. What do you think? Now, I know most people will say you need a 700 credit score. You need a 700 credit score in order to qualify to purchase a home. And I will say it's not a requirement, but it is a plus. So, for those of you that are in the 700 club, and some of you watching is in the 800 club, kudos to you because y'all, you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. Okay. Now, here's the reality, right? All you need is a 550 credit score in order to qualify to purchase a home. Now, there are some overlays and there are some things that I'm going to talk about in regards to that. But I do want to help you out because you just need a 550. A 550. I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all got that. Hey, listen, tell your neighbor. Go in the other room and let your family member know. Let your sibling know. Let your mom, let your dad know that, especially if you're renting right now, do you ask the question, do you at least have a 550? Now, let me go ahead and break some things down when it comes to this 550 credit score because I don't want to sell you, false hope, right? Now, I don't want to sell you false hope. So, if you have a 550 credit score, there's a good reason why you have a 550 credit score, right? For most people, it is missed payments, right? So if you have missed payments, that hurts your score. Now, I am not a credit repair or credit specialist. That is not my lane. I am, of course, in great partnership with some amazing companies that can assist you and there go more in detail into how your score works and what impacts your score in this way and that way. That's not my lane, but I will say this: I can educate you in regards to some of the things that you can do to increase your score, and some of the reasons why your score may be low. Right. So if you have missed payments or you haven't made a payment. You just like, hey, they sold me a lemon, so I am not going to make this car payment anymore. It actually hurts your score. Okay. Now, there are some people that don't even have a credit score. I know it could be hard to believe, right? But there are people that don't have any credit whatsoever, so they don't even have a score. All right. So 550 could be missed payments, but also 550 could be your credit cards are maxed out. Now, for those of you that's been following me for a long time, you know 30 and below. Now, 10 and below, if you can keep it, 10% utilization and below, that's great. Meaning, if you have $1,000 limit, you don't spend more than $100. That's the 10% and below, right? But 30% would be if you have $1,000 limit, you don't spend over $300 of your credit card. Okay. Once you go over 300, that score will start to fall. All right. So if you have maxed out credit cards, and for some of you, it could be a $250 credit card, and you spent $249, that's dropping your score tremendously. Okay. But if you have a 550 credit score, yes, you could possibly qualify to own a home. Now, let me say this because I know what you're thinking. Wow, this is going to be my first time. And everybody just thinks because it's your first time buying a house that you automatically qualify for the first time home buyer. Okay? If you thought that, go ahead and put something in the chat for me. If you thought that because it's your actual first time buying a home, that regardless of your credit score, that you qualify for the first time home buyer grants, first time home buyer down payments, right? And they have them in every state. Okay, they have these programs in every state. But I know a lot of you feel as if, hey, this is my first time buying a house, so I qualify. That's not necessarily true. Okay, so if your credit score is below a 640, if you do not have a 640, then you're going to have to do 3.5% down for a FHA loan. All right. So I hope y'all taking some notes, by the way, because I'm not giving you this just to be giving you this. Like, I really want you locked in right now. Okay. So if you have a 640 middle credit score, all right, and how do they determine? Because I know you're looking at Credit Karma and all these other, you're looking at your bank and you're on your online banking, and they're giving you quote unquote their FICO score, right? And some of you may have Experian Boost, and they're giving you your quote unquote FICO score. But when it comes to lending, there's a different metrics, right? So when the lender pulls your credit score, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be totally different than what you're seeing on Credit Karma or Experian, Boost, or these any of these other websites, Navy Federal, whatever, right? So what they do once they pull the 3 scores, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, they're going to go with your middle score. So they're going to remove the highest of the 3, the lowest of the 3, and they're going to go with that middle score. So if you had a 710 on one and a 680 on the other and a 650 on one, 680 is going to be the score you will be approved off of. Okay? So with a 550 credit score, you would be required to pay 3.5% down payment. For the sake of numbers, if it's a $100,000 purchase, your down payment would be $3,500. Hey, sounds like some good tax refund investment. Absolutely. Now, if you have a 640 or better and you qualify for the first time home buyer grant, now I'm saying 640, but yes, I know because some of you may be saying, well, my lender said I could, or my agent said I could do so with this 620. That's absolutely correct, depending on who your lender is, right? Because every lender is different. They all have overlays, which are requirements above say, FHA guidelines. Okay, so some may say we can do it with a 620. Fantastic, that's great. Okay, but for the most part, 640 is what they're looking for. 640 credit score, then you can qualify for the first-time home buyer grant. Then you have to either attend a homeowner education clinic online or attend one in person. Simple as that. Okay, so let's talk about this first-time home buyer grant. Okay, it's not free money. Can somebody put that in the chat? It is not free money. It's not free money. Okay, it is a loan. Yes, put that in the chat. It is a loan. It's not free money. So for those of you that have the Georgia Home Buyer Program or the Virginia Housing Grant or the North Carolina or whatever state that you're in, right? Shouts out to Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina, because I happen to be licensed in those states. You can qualify to purchase a house with no money down, and your down payment will be a second mortgage. Okay? So you have your first lien position. So let's just look at some numbers real quick. Okay, and if I'm going too fast, just say slow down in the chat. All right. If your purchase price is $100,000, see, I lost my signal, but I'm gonna keep talking. If your purchase price is $100,000, okay, your down payment will be $3,500, right? Okay. Now, if you are using the first-time home buyer grant, your down payment would be deferred because you're going to be receiving down payment assistance. And how that works is 96.5 will be your first position loan, and then the 3,500 is going to be your second position loan. So you may have a mortgage payment of, let's just say, $600 for your first lien position, and then your down payment assistance is going to be, say, $30, right? And you have to pay $630. That's how that works. So it's not free money. You have to pay it back, but there are grants that are available in different localities. So there are some grants where you can receive a $10,000 grant, and you do not have to pay that money back, but you do have to stay in the property for a certain number of years. For most of them, it's at least 3 years, where you have to occupy that property as your primary residence. So you cannot use the grant and then turn around and turn the property into investment property. Okay, so you have a 3-year minimum that you have to occupy that property as your primary residence. All right, so that's what I wanted to give you all tonight, to let you know that yes, you can purchase a property with a 550 credit score, but also if you're looking to qualify for the first-time home buyer grant, minimum of a 640 credit score. Listen, if this information was good for you tonight, if you appreciate it, just give me some thumbs up, share this video, and let somebody know that yours truly is ready to assist them in the greater Atlanta area. So make sure y'all give me a call at 470-629-9489. 470-629-9489. This is Dominic Epps, the People's Agent, A to Z Atlanta Realty. Y'all take care. Have an amazing night.
If you want to own a house, call the People's Agent now. Dominic Epps. Find the price to land the deal. Hey. Dominic Epps, the People's Agent.